If the roles of men and women were reversed, what would you do? The female boss is a player. She's always surrounded by handsome men, and she has a habit of placing a marble in a jar every time she conquers a man. She's also a renowned writer. Wealth and fame are no concern to her. But recently, she can't focus on her writing, because for the first time, she's been rejected by a man. In this world, women's competitive drive is stronger than men's, so the boss decides to take matters into her own hands. She's going to conquer Nick. She deliberately engineers chances to bump into him, and uses sweet words to seduce him. Nick, seeing this strong woman, feels as though he's looking at a reflection of his former self. Gradually, Nick begins to fall. They attend parties together, go on walks. Nick even shares with her what it's like in a world dominated by men. But what Nick doesn't know is that the boss has secretly recorded all his stories and turned them into a novel. The book is called Men Must Love Themselves. One day, Nick learns that his friend's wife has been cheating, but instead of blaming her, his friend thinks it's his fault, that his weight is the reason for her infidelity. So he starts dieting. Nick is touched by his friend's actions and decides to change for the boss. He starts paying attention to his body, wearing butt-lifting pads, taking better care of himself, and even moves into the boss's home, taking care of her daily needs, ironing her clothes. The boss wants to buy Nick a gift, but Nick refuses, unwilling to let her spend money on him. But their sweet days don't last. One day, a strange man bursts into the boss's home. It turns out, he's her ex-boyfriend. He tells Nick that the boss is a player. She treats every man the same. From the ex, Nick learns the secret of the marbles. He's devastated. Nick angrily confronts the boss with the marbles, but the boss calmly reassures him, "Don't worry, I'll only love you." Nick doesn't believe her, because in his former world, he'd said the same thing to other women. Nick walks away, heartbroken. Back at home, he's torn. While still thinking about the boss is also affected. Over their time together, she's fallen for Nick. So, she decides to stop using him for her writing and wants to pursue a serious relationship with him. The next day, the boss comes to him. Nick decides to give her another chance. As they walk past a church, they see a newlywed couple. The bride wears a suit, while the groom dons a white wedding dress. Seeing the happy couple, Nick impulsively proposes to the boss. She hesitates for a moment, but eventually agrees. Nick can't believe how suddenly happiness has come. But before he can rejoice, he learns that the boss was already married and has a child. Furious, Nick storms back home and indeed finds the marriage certificate. He's utterly crushed. In a fit of rage, he destroys everything in his home. What he doesn't know is that the boss, at that very moment, is talking to her husband and asking for a divorce. When she returns home and sees the chaos Nick caused, she assumes he's found out about her writing the book. So she immediately drives to explain everything to him. At the bar, a drunken Nick is harassed by a few women, almost assaulted by one of them, but luckily, his friend arrives just in time to help him escape. The boss shows up, apologizing profusely, but Nick, still fuming, becomes violent. In the scuffle, he grabs the boss and headbutts her. Both of them faint from the impact. How long has it been? The boss wakes up in an ambulance. She steps out and is stunned by what she sees. Women are all wearing skirts and high heels. In the distance, a group of women is protesting for equal treatment. She realizes in shock, she's in Nick's world now. And among the crowd, she spots Nick. The movie ends. In a world like this, there should be no male superiority, only equality between men and women, supporting each other. That's how life can become better.